Like, how are you not down with Twitch chat? Come on.
Okay.
You gotta be on their good side. Here we go. We're underway. Game number 1 out of a possible 5, and wouldn't surprise me if we get all 5. It starts off with Demensa getting that ball centered off a challenge. Matane trying to connect with Ixo. Does not work out. Demensa's waiting for Taz, as he'll drop one down to Atomic, and he'll strike 18 seconds into game 1.
Magnifico wastes no time getting on the board. Taz trying to get a clear off to the corner, but it's right to Demensa, who leaves it down, and Atomic super quick. Right place, right time, and right placement. Magnifico get on the board.
One shot, one goal for Atomic and Magnifico. Maybe 2 for 2. Going up top, Demensa stuffed by Matane. And here comes Ixo. He's got plenty in the tank, got the reset, and Atomic comes across. All hands on deck defensively for Magnifico there. Would have been a very tough challenge to get through all of them.
Magnifico off to a solid start here, making sure to hold on as things move forward. Monkeys haven't been too successful getting things going, but still plenty of time in game as they do look to play things on the offensive end. Ixo looking for a double, but Demensa is there with the block.
We have seen a ton of Magnifico on our coverage of this regional over the past couple of weeks throughout their run through the group stage, and now here in stage 2 as Demensa dropped back for Greasymeister, and all he could do was throw it to the corner. Didn't have a shot lined up. Atomic does, but it's right at Matane. This will drop down if anybody's ever on the weak side, but nobody is, so Taz can collect and take his sweet time clearing the zone.
That's
now Greasy again. He'll have a good look. It's going to be wide as Matane watched it sail off to the left, but they didn't seem like they were too interested in forcing the issue around midfield, and it allowed Magnifico another opportunity.
And Magnifico again setting up things up. Greasy gonna play in support here, but a double commit comes through. Greasy though staying on top of that ball, very big here, as it still allows Magnifico to kind of play reactionary as Monkeys try to move downfield, although Ixo will get a shot. It wasn't anything too threatening, an easy clear for Greasy.
This will angle downward, and Matane almost dropped it in. It was only the crossbar in his way. Taz will now try. Nobody's able to get up at all. They're huddled in their net. Greasymeister actually got stomped on by Taz, and Matane will score.
And at some point, all of the free backboard for Monkeys has to pay off. Matane finding the top right corner after consistent pressure, and Magnifico give up a goal.
One apiece, right at the halfway mark. A 5-minute game turns into 2.5 as Atomic tried to spike one up in the air. Could not progress any further downfield, so Ixo will turn on this, and that is right at Demensa. Taz gave that away to Atomic. That is not the touch that Monkeys were looking for. They do still get downfield, however. Ixo denied by Demensa.
Good idea, though, to make the pass play. They're trying to pass things out in transition, but you bring up a good point. The passes are very easily read, very predictable, and Magnifico doing a good job of getting in front of those.
Back and forth they go. The teams continue to play volleyball. Ixo called off by Taz. Second touch goes right to Atomic and over Taz. So another opportunity. That's going to go over Demensa's head. It will be wide.
So they're trying to push things forward. Good touch from Taz. And look at Atomic here. Taking his time. A good flick over one. Magnifico. A lot of boost too. Able to move downfield. Demensa doing a great job as well. The transitions from them have been working out pretty smoothly, but they just can't seem to hold on to possession. They give up the ball at midfield, and you can see Monkeys on the attack. Matane with a free shot, and Demensa making the stop.
There's a good demo there on Greasy, though. It disrupted the play that Atomic had planned and opened up that opportunity. Taz and Matane run into each other. You wouldn't expect that with the length of time they've spent together as teammates.
Nice play from Ixo, being able to give a little bit of relief from all the pressure. Matane again. He's gotten a lot of looks off the backboard. A free shot for Ixo almost was knocked away, and now we see the counterattack from Magnifico. The demo slows things down. And the clear from Ixo, once again, I mean, he's been making he's been all over the field for one. But for two, he's making some very well-placed clears that have been putting Monkeys in a spot where they aren't getting punished. They get a lot of space. They get time to grab boosts. It all works out in their favor.
All right, there is a lot going on around here, but finally back in the fray as Demensa stuffed by Matane. Breezy trying to force his way through. He cannot get downfield. Will it be Matane at 0? No, not if Demensa has anything to say about it. And Breezy will knock down this as Atomic kept it in the air. Not content to play for OT. Now Ixo, that surely will drop. No, Matane keeps it in the air. Boy, both teams got real greedy, but neither could score.
So now, overtime in game number 1. As Magnifico and Monkeys are fighting for a chance here at the playoffs. The pass play through, and it'll be Ixo coming to pick it up. Beautiful play from the Monkeys.
Ixo against his former teammate in Greasy. Right down the middle, he gets the upper hand in game 1 as Monkeys strike very quickly in OT. Just one of the many twists and turns you can expect as this series rolls on.
And it was, like you said, just, a quick transition as well. Matane gets the clear, and Ixo has the net to really shoot from. Magnifico pushed very far forward as they wanted to get things going early in the overtime, try to see if they can get a lot of pressure, but all it takes is one person being too late to the ball when you play like that, and then you give up a crucial game 1. So Magnifico will have to adapt as Monkeys do end up taking it in OT.
Once again, there are 5 teams that have already claimed a spot in these playoffs that will be played tomorrow. It will be Guild, Vitality, Solari, BDS, and Top Blokes. One of these teams will join them. Monkeys, one step closer to becoming the 6th team to qualify. Here we go into game number 2, Urban Central, as it will be very important, I think, for Magnifico to get off to a quick start in this game. They scored very early on, but then it was kind of crickets for the most part.
They definitely slowed down. You saw them again showing those signs of life at the start of overtime, but at that point, too late to execute well. A player I'm really looking forward to seeing pop off here is Demensa, one of the faster players on this Magnifico squad. Very good on offense, and we've seen him just be a highlight player on this team. And seeing him pop off be very good here, especially as they need game 2. But hold on, there's the veteran Greasy Meister. He's gonna open things up.
Yeah, there's a demo right there on Matane, and Ixo almost got taken out, and because he was under so much duress, he had to rush what he was doing. Nobody could get back to the net. Physical play opens things up for Magnifico. They score in the opening minute, and now Greasy has Demensa waiting for a rebound, and it's Matane who comes out from the goal to make the save.
Great effort from Matane as well. It was a delayed touch from Demensa, which made it very important for Matane to have a solid read. He was playing one defender, not two. Worked out well. As Monkeys need to start to turn things around here. Already have dropped the early part of this game. The demos are coming through. Taz, no, it's almost an open net. Atomic took a shot, but Ixo ends up making the save. He'll come through again to send this ball into the corner.
Physical play almost led to a goal. Taz got to scramble back to make this save in front for Demensa. Had to happen sooner or later, and Demensa adds his first goal.
Off the assist from Greasy as well. Both Demensa and Greasy finding each other here on offense. Demensa, great touch off of an excellent pass setup. Now Magnifico with a 2-goal lead here, as they have all the pressure.
Another demo, this time on Ixo. Atomic just off the crossbar. Huge break for the Monkeys as they rush downfield. Taz trying to hit Matane, and he could not.
Monkeys need to hold on to this possession here. This is a big drive for them. Finally able to relieve some pressure. Chance, Matane trying to send that one to midfield. And Ixo in support to try to keep things through. But they can't afford to continue to let go of the offensive hold that they have. Taz with another shot, going to be blocked from Demensa as well. They're getting some solid opportunities, but Magnifico's defense is something else at the moment.
Atomic switches fields, but Ixo is over there and not Demensa. So now Greasy with a big clear out to the corner, trying to get to this first. Taz got there instead. You would think opportunities would be hard to come by against a team that has proved to be very good defensively over the past year and a half, especially the combination of Taz and Matane. But they find themselves trailing 2-0 to Magnifico, who this is their third shot at qualifying for Sunday's playoffs. They started out 2-0. They were up 2-0 against Vitality, and then were reverse swept with that heartbreaking 0-second goal from Alpha. Atomic dropped for Greasy Meister right down the middle.
And the Monkeys defense here just opens up and gives the net to Magnifico. No one able to stop the shot from Greasy. He puts it dead center in the middle of the net. It's going to be his second of the game, but 100% goal participation for Greasy, as he has been amazing on offense this game. Magnifico, completely different team than game number one. They've been doing an excellent job in terms of just continuing to keep up the pressure. And for Monkeys, 3 shots, unable to score against this Magnifico squad.
Well, Atomic with a lot of patience as he got boost and ball and a shot and a demo. But it's going back the other way towards the Magnifico end. Matane could not get that centered. Taz could. And Ixo is reading Atomic all the way. Got over to the side where he knew the ball was going, but Atomic is still there for a shot, and Taz, all he can do is throw it to the corner. At least it's better there, even though it goes to Atomic. Certainly better there than going to the middle of the field, as we've seen a few times against Magnifico today.
Great pop up. Good effort here for Magnifico, holding things in that midfield line. Very tough for Monkeys to even try to break through. They've had some pretty good chances here, but unfortunately for them, things just fall apart. We have 4 shots from them, 40 seconds remaining, and still no successful drive on their end. And it's just been constantly cut through. Greasy Meister's come big this game on both offense and defense. Same can be said from Demensa as well. More specifically on the defensive side, he's supporting 3 saves, and he's shooting 1 for 2 as well. So the shots he does take have been pretty threatening. But overall, Magnifico as a roster are playing in sync almost.
The comprehensive handbook of how to get control and keep control in a game. You've seen it right here from Magnifico. At no point did it seem like Monkeys were going to get back into this game at all, and Magnifico shuts them out in game 2 to level the series.
Great effort here from Magnifico in this game. Straight dominating on the offense as well. I mean, 14, no, oh God, caster math.
Here we go.
13
I already know the answer.
4.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that comes with time. Eventually, you just learn to just make up numbers, and
yeah, that's what you do.
And then, somebody else will correct you. There's, thousands of people ready to correct you anyways, no matter what you say, Daz. But yes, 13 shots to 4 in favor of Magnifico, 3 goals to 0 in their favor as well. 1 game to 1 in favor of all of you watching at home. I'm sure you are having a little bit of fun, at least, watching these teams on their last life here in this first regional in the fall split. And now, Dazarin, guess what?
What?
1-1 in a best of 5. Turns into a best of 3 the rest of the way. Here we go. Greasy Meister up against Taz on the opening kickoff as we head to Utopia. And it will go the way of Magnifico with Demensa getting over top of one, but Ixo's right there on the backboard.
So, big game here. In terms of, for Monkeys especially, they need to adapt here. It's been well over 5 minutes, and they have not been able to score at all, and they finally will get one off the board. It comes from a defensive mistake for Magnifico.
It's such a tough ball to read at times, especially when you're in that position where Atomic was. And as it rolled right down, he was just dead in the water, or dead in the air in this case. 1-0 to the Monkeys. Very important for them to get off to a fast start. They got a gift there to start game 3. Everybody misses here, so it will be Atomic. Demensa, I think he had to change his mind. He thought Atomic was going to control that, so he was going to look for a demo. Then he had to pump on the brakes. That allows the Monkeys off the hook for now.
Now Monkeys trying again here. They're trying to set up Taz. Taz sitting in midfield. 60 boost going to come up and see if he can make a touch. That's pass 2, but unfortunately there's no follow-up. Almost a great chance there for Monkeys to increase their score line. But everybody else was on their way back grabbing boost. Going to be a big back. There's Atomic, free shot. The save, no!
Oh.
It'll fall. Atomic, another goal.
I don't know how this actually got through, because I thought the ball had just stopped its momentum, but I think it had a little spin coming off that side of the goal. And that's what ultimately forced it across the line. Rough
Almost
break.
heartbreaking.
Yeah, rough break for the Monkeys, as this game is all tied up.
They're really going to have to shake that one off. They started off with a 1-goal lead, and it just falls just like that, even though a touch from the goal line from Taz just isn't enough. He'll be needed here again. Great double tap up the backboard to still give some space, force a double commit for Magnifico, but if they can't turn this around, then it doesn't matter. Demensa looking to set up someone in the midfield, but again, cut away. As both teams still trying to make the most out of their opportunities. Defense from both sides have been pretty solid. Even the Taz save, although it went in, I mean, it was still definitely a good effort. It just came down to just a poor bounce.
Greasy Meister with the benefit of a demo from Demensa, but tried to put a shot on and couldn't get any pace behind it. Taz making the save, and finished off with the clear is Matane.
Look at Taz buying some time here. He has the rest of Monkeys in support, as they are going to try to make a play based off of this. But this ball bouncing in the corner is not going to do too much. Demensa's job is just to give more room for the team as they try to set up a counterattack downfield. A good touch from Atomic, and he'll just end up staying here just to try to play the 50, force an uncomfortable touch. It gets away from Magnifico, and Demensa will have to knock it back in.
Popped away by Ixo as he'll take over. Taz now. Little bouncer. I think he wanted a lot more height under that. Now will be Matane battling with Atomic, and they're wheel locked as Atomic screens him off the play. So Demensa can try and chase this downfield, but does not chase Ixo up the wall.
He said he'll come for Matane. He gets a demo on that as well. Double chance here and knocked away. Demensa, good stop. Magnifico has been doing a solid job of holding off, and they're trying to get more aggressive. Demensa went for an air dribble bump there, but Matane good on defense. Now another chance, no flip reset there. Knocked away as both teams have been moving up and down the field with chance after chance, but no one really making anything too threatening just yet.
You wanted to see what kind of adjustments Monkeys would make coming into this game, with a lot of pressure on them following the shutout in game 2. Well, both teams have dug deep into the bag of tricks, as Taz will scramble back for the save, and now Matane with another challenge, only as far as Greasy. Taz around 1, trying to get this centered for Ixo. It's saved by Demensa. Now Greasy Not able to hit Dementia, but the ball still does get by. And Monkeys right back on the attack. Neither team has spent a lot of time at once in the other team's zone. Matane looking for Ixo. Couldn't connect. And Atomic with Ixo breathing down his back does make the clear.
Now with 30 seconds left, or 20 I should say, this one is coming down to the wire here. Both teams fighting in midfield for control, for possession. They're exchanging shot chances, but again, no one finding the mark. No one finding that solid pass that they need to really execute a top quality shot. Everything's been slow, janky, easy to defend. And with the final seconds coming through, that ball is going to hit the ground. And we are going to have an overtime.
I don't know what Matane was thinking there. If he wasn't just going to ground it, putting it off that corner that way, that was... They were trying to get downfield. That was greedy. Here is Dementia. After a demo by Atomic, trying to get the ball back to Greasy. But Greasy was too far back. Here is Ixo. After getting by Greasy Meister. Taz didn't get a clean touch. Atomic right at Matane. Just a little token challenge here from the Monkeys.
Monkeys trying to disrupt here. Off ball, Taz going for a bunch of demos and trying to make the defense uncomfortable for Magnifico. They sent two on that transition play, but again, no one able to put a solid shot on. So Magnifico not scared to put in a lot of resources, but remember, that's how they lost game one, being too aggressive at the wrong time, and it was an open net opportunity. They need to make sure they don't make the same mistake as Greasy tries to set up Dementia. It'll go off the corner, and Taz will play this one into Atomic.
Greasy up to just stop the ball's progression, but ended up leaving that for Ixo instead. Matane for Taz. And they both kind of had the same idea going towards the same area. That play doesn't quite work out, but now Matane looking for Atomic. Didn't get a piece of him, but it was awkward enough, and Taz will clean it up.
And Taz gets one. Matane off the flip reset. Gets a slight little bump on Atomic. The ball gets away from him. Dementia's backwards on that ball, and Taz will play right around him, giving the Monkeys a big win as they put this series on match point.
Odd games belong to Monkeys in this series, and now they are, as Daz mentioned, on match point and on playoff point. Again, the winner goes into tomorrow's playoff bracket, joining the 5 other teams that have punched their tickets so far, and still 2 more to come. You get a match going on at the same time as this one, and then you've got one more over on /Rocket League with, I believe, the match they have saved for last is Triple Trouble and Dignitas. So, boy, 3 big matchups coming down the stretch here in round 5. We thank you for joining us here for this one. It could be the final game of our broadcast here at E-League, as Monkeys do take a 2-1 series lead into Manfield Night. Daz, what does Magnifico have to do to stay alive here?
They have to turn up the pace here. It's about taking things to this Monkeys roster. Monkeys have had very threatening offense, but Magnifico, they need to clean beat Monkeys to the ball in the air, control that midfield. It's been something that no team has really been able to do successfully. It's just been a lot of trades from back and forth chances. But whoever gets a solid hold of offensive possession is going to be the one that comes out with this.
Turning up the pace of play is not something Magnifico has done a lot throughout this stage of the regional. Atomic, however, is right there, and this is what they've done, Daz. They've taken advantage of free rebounds off that backboard. Nobody came out, and Atomic had everything to shoot at.
Beautiful shot from Atomic. Gets a flip cancel in that as well, and just make sure it's just under that crossbar. Magnifico, they were ready to get into this one, and you can tell as they open things up. Greasy almost getting a chance. Atomic looking for Dementia. He'll knock it away as they try to hold on. Demo comes through, and Atomic will take Ixo out as Dementia trying to buy the team some time. But this is already a great start for Magnifico. Another chance. Greasy saves it. Atomic shot, looking to get past Taz, but it won't fall.
Well, the Mensa, in particular, were certainly ready for this game. As you could tell, he was probably a little frustrated by the way Game 3 went. They weren't able to match the Monkeys with their second goal. Here is Demensa. Wins that challenge. Looking to center for Atomic. Did drop that back to him. Now Greasymeister looking to the backboard, and Ixo is right there to meet him.
He's been doing pretty well in terms of getting the ball at least to that backboard end. He's done it about 3 or 4 times so far this game, as he has been in the air, showing no signs of letting up here on the offense. He gets demoed in this one, and Demensa and Atomic will try to pinch things through. Smart idea, but that ball still gets knocked in the midfield. Wait, is that an open net? Oh, it is! Greasymeister with the second goal for Magnifico.
Imagine a demo opening things up. Nobody home on the backside. Greasy doubles the lead for Magnifico as they try to stay alive in this series and force a 5th and deciding game. Ixo got there ahead of Greasy, and Atomic will catch this right at the post.
Looking at Monkeys now.
Oh, wow.
Finish this. They got to do a lot more. Although Matane, what a great challenge. There's no follow-up there. No one to continue holding the pressure. No one really expected him to get that touch, but you have to make the most out of those chances. We see Atomic with a demo, and Matane going for some bump plays here as the Magnifico have a 2-goal lead, and we're halfway through. But still, nothing too threatening for the Monkeys.
Demo after demo, both sides. Atomic realized he wasn't going to get the ball. He got the next best thing as he took out Taz, but now Matane off the corner of the frame. Golden opportunity there for the Monkeys to get back into this game, and it's gone by the wayside for now. Ixo trying to hold his ground against Demensa, and it'll have to be Taz who comes in. Dropped it right down to Matane. Back forward as Ixo coming. That's going to be high as well. And Greasy going to take his time and give his teammates time to reset. Though Taz is still downfield, and he'll redirect that in.
Great goal from Taz here off the pass. It's really up to Matane. Seeing Taz has the look and the redirect. You don't want to keep this man out of your sights for long because of plays like that. Beautiful goal for Monkeys.
3 goals in the series for Taz. Ties him with Atomic and Greasy for the series lead. Here's Atomic. Missed by Taz, and Atomic got a piece of this ball as well, so it will end up, at least for a moment, in Magnifico's end, but not in their net just yet. Taz looking in the general direction of Ixo, but he had to turn back and go for boost. This is going to be tough coming off the back wall for Ixo, but he has read it. Now Matane. Can he get it over to center for Taz? He can, but Demensa there to make the challenge. Oh, now it's a race. Demensa looking for the demo, did not get Taz, as Magnifico were threatening to open up a 2-goal lead again.
Yeah, I like the drive there from Magnifico. They want the 2-goal lead here. Demensa gets a demo on Taz, and we'll see if they can turn it into something. Greasy in the air quick. Does he have the shot? Almost a follow-up from Atomic. Demensa last back against Matane. Early challenge. Works out, goes off of that back wall. But Greasy needs to get the clear, and he will find it. 40 seconds remaining. Magnifico almost lose control of the situation. Could have been very dangerous. Monkeys on the press as they need to find a goal within the next 30 seconds.
There's only one game that hasn't been close. It was game 2. A 3-0 shutout for Magnifico. Everything since then, 2-1 and 2-1. Look at the scoreline. It's 2-1, this time in favor of Magnifico. Can they hang on? Matane has other plans. That's dropped to the side by Atomic. Greasymeister needs a big clear. At least got it to the center line, and it pinballs around Atomic to the backboard. Looking to finish. He can't, and Ixo does get it to the side. There is a chance now as Monkeys break downfield, but Matane lost it. He was trying to go underneath the oncoming challenge. It did its job, and Magnifico have done their job forcing Game 5.
Magnifico are playing things down to the final game. They take this one from Monkeys in a great fashion. They got super aggressive on offense. Monkeys tried to set up some transition plays. You saw the pass from Attain to Taz. Everything worked out very well in that regard. But again, they got going too late here. And Magnifico with a strong start, able to hold on and maintain that lead. Now we go into game number 5, Stacks. And it's anybody's game.
Champions Field, and by virtue of playing this long, I believe the way time zones work for some of these players, it has turned into Sunday, or it is about to in a matter of seconds. 6 o'clock on the U.S. East Coast. We kick off game number 5, last game of the night, on E-League's coverage of this European regional, and it starts with a bang! Demenza, 5 seconds in.
Off the kickoff, Demenza picks up the boost, sees a look, and bang! Into that top right slot. Magnifico, strike first. That's how you open up a game 5.
Odd games in the series have belonged to Monkeys, even games to Magnifico, as Magnifico tries to end that trend here in game 5.
Monkeys need to get things sorted here quickly. Matane looking for that flip reset. Has Ixo with the shot. Taz in position. That net is open though. Needs to get it mid as quickly as possible, but too fast. Matane has to readjust, and that play, that chance for them goes away.
Ixo now taking over. Looking for a quick answer are Monkeys. Atomic though just got a piece of that ball, and Greasy will reset everything for Magnifico. The resurgence of Greasy Meister over the past couple of seasons. Almost complete, but he's got Monkeys to run through here, and Matane has other plans.
Ice. That is what you can describe. Matane going for the fake on Greasy, lets him play it back into him. As he solo plays that for Monkeys, we're back tied up.
Had to know it wouldn't be easy for either of these teams. Taz now, indirect for himself, and Demenza will take over.
Matane again coming in, and the fact that the nerves don't seem to have gotten to him. Still being creative on offense, huge. Taz just beat 2 defenders. He's got to get it mid, but he threw off Matane, who was coming up. Ixo will hit him with a pass. He's looking top right, Demenza, a save. Taz, top left, and it'll fall!
2 in a row for Monkeys to take the lead off a rebound here. Double commit with a couple coming out of the net, and it proved costly.
These are
3-3-7 left as Monkeys jump in front. And again, as the pressure continues to shift back and forth as Matane, I think that was going to be way off the mark on the follow-up. He had a lot to shoot at on the left side.
Magnifico. Oh, the double commit, that could prove costly here. They're going to leave things through, but hold on, Matane can get to the ball. No way, that almost came back to bite Taz. Sending that into the corner. Both teams getting a little creative in terms of how they want to play things downfield, but if you don't have anyone on that ball, that's a dangerous chance no matter who you are.
It's like both teams just opened up their net behind them and said, yeah, take one. This one's on us. Nobody actually obliged. Here is Demenza with Atomic behind him. Matane giving chase. Matane's going to have to get to the net and stop perhaps an effort from Greasy Meister. That's a great job defensively interrupting that at midfield, so Atomic has to get back and make one of the easiest saves he's had to make all night.
Halfway through here, and Monkeys holding on to the 1-goal lead. They have to be very careful here. As Taz pushing this, he spends a lot of boost, but what does he accomplish? The clear still comes downfield. Matane with a demo, Taz with a demo. Matane trying to solo play the whole team. It will end up getting away from him. But he's still another clean, forcing Demenza to make a stop. As Monkeys all over the pitch here in game 5, just trying to keep away from Magnifico. Magnifico sending everyone forward. as they are looking for another chance downfield. Breeze will play it off into the corner, but with no boost, they'll have to go back.
If they're going to go for these kind of lead blocker plays, it's got to be called out just a little bit sooner. Here is Demenza, far down and away. Greasy doing all he can to get on top of it, but it will bounce away after the deflection. Greasy takes out Taz. Atomic back towards midfield, and Greasy will come up. He was all the way back. Creative play, but the execution wasn't there. All the pieces weren't even in place.
Like you said, they're being creative. It was a great pass play, but we need everybody on board here. If you're a Magnifico fan, no one on this team can be out of the play here. They need to be synergized. The ideas are great. The execution, 2/3 of the way there, but you need 3 out of 3. If you have a minute remaining, there's a demo. Atomic, is that in? I believe it is. And that's going to be the tie zone for Magnifico.
Well, we see it here. There's a bump on this play that we're not going to see, but it's followed by a demo that you can hear in the background, and that opens up everything. I think Taz is the one who got bumped into the air at midfield, who easily had that ball, but once that bump came out, the demo followed, everything fell apart for Monkeys, and Magnifico have jumped back level. Ixo is downfield for this ball. It's led him a little too far. They do get this centered, but it's Demenza with the save.
Final 35 seconds remaining to make playoffs. These teams need to come out and show us what they're made of. There's a pass play. Greasy tries to play the delay challenge, but still not enough. He'll have to try again as the ball's back in the mid.
Greasy was looking for options downfield, had to call his own number. It's the only one that was available. Ixo around 1, but there is Demenza at midfield. Last chance in regulation for Magnifico. Matane got bumped into this, but he'll pinch along the ground. Taz will pop this away. This is very similar, except now the tables have turned from that round 3 series. It is Monkeys trying to get to OT, and they do.
One more goal decides which of these two teams goes into playoffs. A lot of hard work coming down to this moment between Magnifico and Monkeys, but only one team moves through, Stacks.
Everything that has gone into the offseason and the prep for this first regional comes down to sudden death, and it almost ended right there. Matane barely made the save. Taz does avoid all the traffic. At least he got this clear, but it's going to be Ixo sitting at the net, waiting, hoping his teammates come through. That is not what Matane wanted. It threw off Ixo. Atomic now lobbing one up for Demenza, and Taz is there to bully him out of the play for a moment. That's a side by Matane, and Ixo saved him, but Atomic comes through. Magnifico, the 3rd time's the charm, and they keep on marching to the playoffs.
The touch from Greasy to set things up. Right to Ixo, and Ixo tries to knock it away. It's just not enough. An Atomic, a beautiful follow-up. Magnifico, pressure Monkeys until they break. They take this OT, and they take a spot in the playoffs.
Wow. What a finish. In our last series that I remember last week, we were thinking, oh my goodness, we're going to have another 9-minute overtime, if last week was any indication, but it ends much quicker than that. And congratulations to Atomic, Greasy, and Demenza. They will live to play another day, but that other day comes real quick as they will play in Sunday's top 8.
I mean, what a series from them as well. You could see just how they were adapting over the course of it, too. When you saw Monkeys look like they could be potentially really dominant here and make things one-sided, Magnifico always responded in a great manner. I mean, they were the team that really had the dominant leads throughout most of this one. And when it came down to the wire, when you have all the pressure on the table, they did not fail to deliver. And they took this overtime, and they earned their spot in the playoffs. So congratulations to them, and we'll see how they do tomorrow.
Turns out something to the tune of, I might have missed one, but either 5 or 6 goals for Atomic in that series to lead Magnifico through. And for Monkeys, it's got to be quite heartbreaking, of course, to come that close. I mean, they look great at times over these past couple of weekends, but they will go home basically empty-handed, not getting into that top 8. And I think it stings a little more because you have to wait after getting this close. You have to wait another, what is it, 3 weeks before you can try again.
Yeah, no, now they have to wait till after the NA regional is completed. And yeah, you're right. It's going to be a lot of time. But that's, you have the grid for that too as well to keep you
Of
warm on
course.
your feet. But I mean, that hunger to do well in these regional events, that still stays. So we will, I feel like, not the last we'll see Monkeys. We'll see them again. And we'll see that hunger come out for this squad.
Vodafone Giants have also played their way into that top 8. That just leaves Triple Trouble and Dignitas. But we're going to wrap things up from here, and we're going to send you back to FDOT and Supersonic. We're going to put a nice little bow on all of this.